Welcome back to Manic Pixie Dream Boots, everyone. I'm Span and I have read the last installment of Wayfarers called A Record of a Spaceborn Few by Becky Chambers. Welcome to my book nook. Do you like this area? I think it works okay. I'm not sure about lighting yet, but we'll see how this video goes. It's just literally a little to the left of the old one. Good coffee. Now, I absolutely adored this series. I wrote some notes because I read this such a long time ago and I've read a few books between them that this is going to be scripted. So I will just dive into whatever I've written. Space and Silhouettes is my favourite. So I love these books because they have an intensity to them that manages to encapsulate both the extremely big picture and the micro stories of everyday life. It marries the little things with universal existentialism. I love that word, existentialism. Its storytelling is super unique. I don't know if there's going to be any more, but I really hope there is because I love the storytelling and the characters, and even though each book is completely separate from all of the others, some of the things do connect in with each other, but it has so much more impact if you've read the other two before it. This book is pretty good at tugging at the nostalgia heartstrings, which is interesting because it's nostalgic to itself as it goes along. You get a real sense of community, and there's intergalactic species that all come together, and there's relationships between species, and it sort of reminds me of a great big city, and it kind of makes me homesick for a city that I've never been to, which is quite special. All of this build-up of society has happened on these spaceships, and this is a real time capsule for where that's at the moment and how they can sort of be integrated into the more globular, universal community and keeping your heritage and everything. It's a very good comment on society, the ideals of utopia and how that can't really exist because of humanity. But it's upbeat, it's good, it's a good book. It focuses on a culture and humanity throughout time and space. What I really enjoyed about this book though was that it wasn't a traditional story. I mean, there was definitely a beginning, a middle and an end, but it wasn't a love story, it wasn't a drama, I guess it was science fiction in the way that science fiction used to be. The future and living in space and spaceships, and it's very descriptive and relatable and lovely. And different. And all three of them are brilliant books. I think the middle book might be my favourite out of the three if I had to choose between my babies, but really, I would read them all if I were you. Can you hear that reversing truck? I really hope you can't. I hope it's not coming up. I can just hear it and it is driving me insane. I've been out of the house for like probably a month and a half or so now, and I have not been missing the sounds of the city at all. I got back and I'm like, construction sites everywhere. The one just across the road still does its drilling in the morning, waking me up. One day I'll get good sleep again, right? Right? One day I'll get good sleep, right? Thank you all so much for watching. That's my trilogy done. If there are more books, I will read them and I will tell you about them because I love to tell about them. I think it's interesting that I didn't do this earlier and missed it, but I'm here now, happy to talk about it. If you've read it or you've read any of the others, please tell me what you thought about it and I would love to discuss. I'm gonna go on Goodreads and read about what other people are saying about this series because I haven't been talking about it. I've literally am the only person I know who's read them, so I've been throwing them at all my friends. I've got my brother onto the audiobook and my sister as well, and they're loving them. But because I'm always one book ahead, I'm like, I can't remember what you've seen and what you haven't, what you've read, what happened in what book, and yeah. I'm gonna go check out more about this and I will see you all again in very, very soon when I will talk about this book. Okay, how do you turn this thing off? Thanks so much for watching.